today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the New York Giants taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. Because that's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw is Fields. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks. And plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0, looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go, take 4.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Back to throw. Fields. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That's taken on the 25. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They go play action here on 1st down. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The numbers for McCaffrey last week. 9 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen.
And here's a diving catch made behind the line of scrimmage. From the 8, they've got it 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. He's at the 50. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So the turnover forced and a wonderful job on a big return.
And how about the convoy that got created to help him get all the way back upfield? I mean, that's the part that people miss on. That's practice.
And he's going to go down here and sack. They push him back to the 34. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now a give right side. It's Mitchell. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. After one. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down and long coming up. Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. Fourth down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go.
And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the guys on offense, but the defensive players, too, who thought, hey, we're going to put some points up and have a little momentum going. They've got to find a way to just get it out of their minds, let it go,
short-term memory,
and move on to the next series.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback.
Oh, you got to feel it,
to
baby.
the runner and then
Touchdown, Giants! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. San Francisco's offense returns to the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Play action. It's Fields.
He finds his man complete. It's Porter. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Takes it at the 7. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. I think this crowd not really sure what to make of things. You know, their guys have not looked very good. Their leader here at the top, he hasn't looked that great either.
And most of the time you hear guys talk about how they don't let the crowd affect them or they block it off. Well, that's not really fully true, because a lot of the times you ride the wave of emotion with a crowd when it's positive for you. In this case, they've got to find a way to shake it off and at least get something done to maybe put the crowd back on their side.
Absolutely. Give these guys something to cheer about. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. And we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
They'll set up a throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are once again going to retake the lead. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line as they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Taking it about the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Giants about set to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defense?
And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes. Montez Sweat in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
3rd and long. It's Fields.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Montez Sweat racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. On first down, this is McCaffrey. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
110 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Giants! DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that makes it a 21-10 game. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
On play action, Fields.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
I think that we all figured when he caught it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And out will come the offense as they take over.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll be tackled at about the 35.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Shark calls it in. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. McCaffrey on the counter. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Giants are moving closer to a 15-0 record as they extend their lead here. Extra point by Bass, up up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Fields on first down. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard. From the gun, here's Fields. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that's dropped underneath to Mitchell. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Out of the gun, Fields. He's got Njoku over the middle.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. David Njoku, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. Well, 4th quarter, it felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Gets around him. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. He's able to get it to Coleman.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
Throwing on third down, Fields.
Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays. And now off to the races down the right side. The 20, 10, 5, touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Niners' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
Boy, 179 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. He's going to be very close to a first down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. They'll try and run for it. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Punching it in from a yard away.
And the Giants tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively.
Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they end. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10.
Fields now to throw.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Coleman. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?